Uh, have you ever thought about adding servers for previous expansions as they were then?
No. And and by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do, but you don't. You think you do, but you don't. You think you do, but you don't.
No, 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 no.
We're sitting here 2 weeks after the launch of Classic WoW, and so far the game has been a complete success. Some might say an unprecedented success. Some of us, myself included, knew that it was an imminent and inevitable though. It was why we asked and begged and demanded for it for so long. For example, I have over 2 days slash played. I have a level 32 Troll Priest on Skyrim, and so far I have been in love with the game, as has pretty much everyone else who's been playing it. Now, we knew that Classic was great and better than retail in a lot of ways, and if we were just able to get it, we'd show the world how much we loved it, how much it meant to us, etc., how good it was. But now everyone else is seeing it too. Have you seen the numbers? Because they're pretty telling. Let's just go over this a little bit while some of this early game leveling footage is just playing in the background. The numbers are crazy. So, to start with, let's look at the servers. When Blizzard was originally figuring out how they were going to do WoW Classic, they only had 3 servers listed, and that wasn't enough. We have over 20 servers now. Most of them either get to high or full during peak time, which is in the afternoon and at night when people are off of work and school and they come home to play. So they've had to essentially multiply their servers by a factor of 6 or 7. They've had to increase the amount of players that each server can hold because it wasn't enough. People were experiencing 7, 8, 9, 10,000 long queues. I was on Skyrim, which is one of the biggest servers. There were times when I would get home from work and I wouldn't be able to play for 2 to 3 hours, even though I was only logging in at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon because there was already tons of people playing. So clearly, the demand for Classic was larger than expected. Once it came out from an official source like Blizzard, once people's characters were guaranteed to stick around, the server's not going to go down like private servers go up and down all the time. Once that happened and people got what they wanted from the people that they wanted to get it from, e.g. Blizzard, it really has skyrocketed. The popularity's gone crazy. It's exploded. It's out of control. Now, not only are there tons of players playing the game, the viewers on Twitch as well are just it's ridiculous. On launch, at the peak, they had over 1 million concurrent viewers on Twitch, and a streamer like Asmongold, who was pretty much one of the biggest WoW streamers, had around 300k viewers at once at its height, which is insane. Since, as some other articles on the web have stated, and some other sources have stated, it matches esports events like the International 9 from Dota 2, which is just crazy for a game that everyone thought was dead. So more people are playing than ever. The game is alive, and everyone who wanted Classic is happy. So is that the end of the story? Most definitely not by far. You think you do, but you don't. These words will haunt history, mark my words. These words are a part of what people got so hyped, and part of the reason why the push for Classic was so intense in the first place. Now, maybe Jay Allen Brack didn't mean them to come across so maliciously or condescendingly as they did. Maybe he really meant, you remember the good times, but not the bad times, as many people have suggested that he meant. Even if he did, however, this really speaks to the parts of modern Activision Blizzard, and yes, I called it Activision Blizzard here because we no longer have the Blizz from 2008 and before days, that people really hate and despise. A lot of other modern companies are like this. They think that because of their data, their ideas, their experience in the field, and everything else, they automatically know best about every subject and every situation, including what players do and do not want. Unfortunately, this is not at all the case, especially due to some of Blizzard's latest fumbles and hilariously cringe-worthy moments in panels, conventions, and other moments where the press and fans were giving Activision Blizzard easy, free PR, and they still managed to mess things up. Do you guys not have phones? Etc. Everyone knows this stuff. Everyone's already heard it. People who have been on the top for so long start to get arrogant. They believe that they know best, they believe that they can't be wrong, and they do as they please. When something as greedy as a company does this, it has the added effect of course, ruining the products that they used to peddle that used to be good, perhaps, but aren't really any longer. Retail WoW is a shell of its former self. It's riddled with time gates, ridiculous grinds, and a lack of gameplay. Most importantly, a lack of soul. Yes, vanilla has grinds. Classic WoW has all kinds of grinds. It has stupid, ridiculous rules that don't make any sense and aren't consistent. It has time gates too, some of them, a little bit, and it's still an MMO at the end of the day. The difference is, however, that Classic WoW has a soul. It has the world, immersive, huge, full of lore and people and stories and quests and places and monsters and cities and everything. It has dungeons that you build up to for hours, gathering quests, hearing whispers about an organization like the Burning Blade as you quest in Durotar. Then you finally delve into RFC and stop them. And how do you delve into Ragefire Chasm? You gather a group by talking with people, socializing, inviting them, sharing quests. You roll for loot and chests, and you take the dungeon on together. You don't zone in like a god descending down onto a mortal plane to smite everything before disappearing into a haze of golden light like on retail. And those quests, the one you did in the zones to build up in the dungeon, you quested through those with people too. When there's an elite or a hard mob or something that's a bit too difficult, you have to find help to be able to handle it because you can't do it on your own. That creates the opportunity of socialization, for interaction, and it's one of the main reasons why Classic WoW is currently thriving. It is a huge success, and I'm going to keep playing for as long as it's fun. Something that I think will be quite a long time, I suspect. A 1 million plus count for stream viewers at the peak. Full servers, huge queues, thousands and thousands of people long. People raving about the old world, reminiscing about better times, and enjoying things that they used to have. You know, World Force races, for raids, for level 60. It goes on and on. It's been a huge success, and I'm going to keep on playing. You thought we didn't, Blizzard. But we did. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos. I plan on making more content for Classic and trying to really get the train moving on my channel. Peace and out. Thanks for watching.